Okay, can you see this? This sprocket, these sprocket studs. Well, there's a little lip on the inside of the sprocket, and you see that there's a cutout on the studs themselves, and those cutouts right on the inside of the lip so these things can't rotate. Okay, I put a little dab of red Loctite on the threaded part of the studs, and then I'm inserting the studs through, and then making sure that that half crescent shaped cutout on the back of the studs rests on the inside of that retainer lip that's machined into the back of the sprocket. And like I said, I got like a little bitty dab of red Loctite, and making sure that that crescent is locked into the sprocket. The hub's been all cleaned up. Take my little dab of grease, putting it on the studs themselves. Inserting the whole mechanism into the hub, just like that. Then there's this big giant retainer clip that goes over the sprocket and in the machine groove of the hub. There we go. Snaps in place. Now that whole mechanism is in, and this wheel is ready to put on the bike. I'm going to torque down these outer nuts and then bend the most convenient tab on each of the nuts and lock that in place permanently. So I have torqued down the sprocket bolts, and I've bent up a locking tab. You'll note that when the bolts are torqued down, only one flange of the locking tab, there'll be two of them, is going to be convenient to hit a flat spot of the nut. So only use one tab. If you bend up all the tabs, then what you do is you end up making a big mess because the tabs will break off. So the wheel is now ready to install, and I've dug through all my parts and got the appropriate spacers and axle nut and assembled it. Make sure that all the threads are clear and clean. I'll grease that axle before I put it on. I'm going to pre-assemble a bunch of small part units, which is brake backing, coil, ignition with ignition switch and horn mechanism, battery box, and after I assemble all these small little part groups, then I'm going to install them on the frame and get us a rolling chassis within a video or two. So so far we've handled the installing of the tires, and now we're starting to put the wheel kits together, and I'll be right back with you.